So it's my month anniversary for YouTube. It's my 30 days, fourth week, or whatever you want to cut it, of making YouTube videos, and I think I'm here to stay. I'm loving it. So for this one, I'm going to show you guys in this first month of making videos what I've actually been wearing, some of my favorite stuff. A couple of these are masterpieces. There's some high-end stuff. There's some Middle Eastern stuff. There's budget stuff that absolutely is just like a staple in my collection. I wear them all. So I have a lot of them here. I think there's 11. There could be 12. I've covered a few of them recently, so I don't want to beat them to death completely, but I need to let you guys know that I actually wear these a lot. And I know I talk about them. I might say the same one in almost every video, and that's because I'm serious. I'll be wearing these. So, right here, kick it off with one of my favorites, Visionary from Alexandria. So Alexandria is a small house based out of California, and they clone a lot of things. They have a lot of great originals. This happens to be a clone of Louis Vuitton's Imagination, which if I ever get my hands on that one day, I'm sure that'll be one of my favorite fragrances of all time, because it's like a juicy candy, citrus, aquatic, like fresh blue fragrance, but just citrus is done in such a right way, and it's long lasting and incredible. I got this not too long ago, and you don't need too much of it. You really don't need too much of it, and it really does the great job with the cap. So there's I think 2 Alexandrias on the list. I wanted to put more. I'm so stoked about this house. Tell all the haters for the house to just take a walk, because I'm not agreeing with them at all. So what we have here is probably my favorite citrus fragrance of all time. It's the freshest, cleanest, showery, kind of like masculine, beautiful. Love this one. Lasts a long time. Usually with a freshie, you have a dilemma. They usually don't last, and I know that that's like a generalization, because there's a couple on this list that are freshies that do last. Okay, I managed to discover those hidden gems and bring them into my collection and wear the hell out of them. So that's about a minute I spent on just Visionary. Again, I've talked about it since the beginning of my fragrance journey on YouTube. I know it's only been a month, but I've been pushing this since I got it a couple months ago. So love it, love it. I'm going to follow it up. We'll put it here. Follow it up with Green Envy, okay? Green Envy. Same bottle, right? So the prices on these, you can see them on the Alexandria website. This is a 30 ml bottle. Yeah, 30 ml bottle. Extrait de Parfum concentration. All the bottles look like this. You know, these are like their nicer bottle. So this one is a clone of Parfums de Marly, Greenly. So it's a Greenly clone. What does that mean to you? Peppery, green apple, candy apple kind of fragrance, like candy green Granny Smith apples with some peppery kind of zestiness and some musks, I think, that bring it together. Basically what you need to know is this is a fresh smelling, clean fragrance that is unique in that if you love the smell of green apple and like a sour candy kind of green apple, it's got that going on in this. It really has a strong green apple note done really correctly, in my opinion. And what I have to say about it, the original, I've worn 10 mLs of it. It's hard for anyone to tell which one's which, okay? The original is very expensive. So Greenly is like $200+ for a 100 ml bottle. Actually, their bottles look like this, because I featured a Parfums de Marly on here. Their bottles are this big old 100. This is actually 120 mLs, 125 mLs. So it is a bigger bottle. But for the big price, I mean, you can get the same smell. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, but this is down this much already. So I've actually worn this quite a bit, maybe even more than the Visionary that I got from Alexandria. Anyway, green apple, if you're into green apple as a note, that's something that I want you guys to check out for sure. Okay? Definitely, you can get a sample pack from Alexandria for like $50. It's like get 7 different samples. They usually send you a free one too. So worth it. My buddy just got into fragrances and he keeps sending me stuff, and those two are in his top 3 from the set that he got. So the other one that he liked was the Dolce & Gabbana, the one clone that they have. I never smelled it because I already have the Superior. I found my solution to that. I also have Dolce & Gabbana, the one, but they didn't make this list. Middle of summer right now. It's July. It's hot. So I'm sticking to like freshies and masterpieces that are just my favorite for dates, for events, for whatever I really feel like. I wear certain ones to work too. I'm going to save some of the real bangers towards the end. I'm going to get out of the way some of my like most used everyday daily drivers. So Ahmed Almagribi's Cough. It's beautiful. It's killer. It's $35. Prices are going up though. I think I just saw it for $50. So if you ever smelled Abercrombie and Fitch's Fierce, you know those stores back in the day when you walked in the Abercrombie store and it smelled like something? It smelled like this DNA, but this is like a modernized, cleaner approach to it. And let me tell you, this thing lasts. It lasts. I wear it like every day to work now, and I don't need that much for a fresh fragrance to last a long time. You got me sold. That's it. That's all I need to hear. It's a freshie. It's also gotten me quite a bit of compliments and attention, which I don't always want that, you know. I'm not always looking for someone to come over and be like, "Hey, you smell amazing" and all that stuff. I don't really even want to be noticed. I just want to smell good. But just goes to show that this thing gets me compliments way more than a lot of my expensive stuff. And that makes me think, why did I even get that stuff? But I guess that's a value system thing, and lucky for me, I wear these for myself for the most part. I just love the artistry behind the creations. I love the aura that it brings. I love the way like these people just can create these absolutely stunning experiences. Now this one kind of linear the whole wear, but it'll last you all day as a freshie. It's a woodsy aromatic scent. I get a clean musk thing, like if you ever smelled Burberry Touch, probably the clean musk smell is like that, a little bit of violet leaf maybe in this. Hard to say. Woodsy, aromatic, clean, masculine, really nice, really nice. I keep wearing it, and it's a cheapie for a nice fat bottle. Can't wait to tear through this and get it down to like here. You know, I'm thrilled that I discovered this. Shout out to a guy named BT Sense. He's a dude who I think we have similar taste, and he's kind of on the same wavelength as me. He talked about it first. I took the idea from him, and I'm glad I ran with it because he was right. This is beautiful and totally knocks the ball out of the park, okay? You can own just this scent. You're good. You don't need to buy anything else. You could just buy this, right? Same thing with Visionary, right? Same thing with Visionary. I feel like these two, if you can only have one, boom, you're done. You know, you could even stop the video and that's it. You don't need to hear anything else I'm saying. These are the ones that I'm wearing though. I'm going to put it there for you. So, not in any order, okay? This is all mixed. And here's some more that I wear every day to work. All of these I wear to work so far. This is every day. Hawass, Hype Beast. Hawass Ice, Hype Beasts. These things, in the community, people love them, okay? Hawass, Ice, and the original. The original, it's like Invictus Aqua with some spices. Cinnamon is in it. It's a bubblegummy fresh bomb, absolutely nuclear, really awesome. Synthetic, very synthetic, but that's not always bad, okay? Very like synthetic smelling, chemically kind of like very cleaning smelling. But it's got plum in it, One of my favorite notes. It's got an aquatic touch. It's got this fresh kind of bubblegummy sweetness. Look how much I used. And it's strong. So I've worn this a lot. If I don't know what to wear, I usually just grab Hawass. Look at the bottle. It's almost gone. I haven't had it that long. I don't spray it wastefully. I just wear it. Love it. Hawass. Regular Hawass, okay? That one, I've got friends who smelled it on me. They came over, smelled my collection, and that's the one they ended up getting out of everything I showed them. Ice, I think, is safer. This is the Ice Flanker with the white cap. These are both going to last like so long. But the Ice Flanker, the thing with this one is it's the DNA. Cinnamon's out. All the warmth is out. And instead they put in mint, like a cooling mint and like a lemony, zesty citrus kind of thing. It's much more of a blue fragrance. It's much cleaner. It's much more of like a mass appealing fragrance. So I think Hawass Ice is safer for like a dumb reach, right? It's just a safer, less adventurous kind of smell. The other one's a little bit more playful, but still they're very similar. For the price, this is nearly double the price of that one, but I actually am really glad I picked it up. I did wait a little bit, which I'm not sure if that was a mistake or what, but it did get cheaper since it dropped. I saw it for $120 and I was like, no way, absolutely not. This is like $75 if you get a good price. That one's $40. The difference is very minimal, but this is a bit more mass appealing. So if you were curious, it has like an aquatic edge to it. It's sweet. It also has like a blue fragrance kind of thing going on. This little bit of lemon and a little bit of cooling mint effect. It's a banger. So these have hype like crazy on the internet. Some people hate on them. I've heard someone say it smelled like it's that little biscuit that goes in the urinals. And like, as funny as that is, I can see where they're coming from, but no. These are masterpieces. I'm sorry. You're wrong. They're awesome. And I stand by that because I wear the crap out of them and I get tons of... I've had people ask me, please, what is that? I love it. Like, what are you wearing? Like, these are people that aren't even into fragrances. They just smell you and they're just absolutely blown out of their chairs. So, yes, I'm wearing the crap out of that. Now, I haven't been wearing this one as much, but this month, it's been getting a lot of wear. Went on a bachelor party trip and I brought a couple of fragrances with me, and this one came with me. I only made 3 fragrances made the cut. Visionary, this one, Mancera's Intense Cedrat Boisé. I'll put the names on the screen for you, but Cedrat Boisé Intense. Man, how do you explain this? It's like a juicy, smoky, leather underneath it, musks holding it together, masculine, just like manly, but elegant and beautiful scent. Oh man, it's juicy, like juicy citrus, kind of like smoky birchwood, maybe black currant, if you ever smelled that. Kind of like a Creed Aventus style of DNA or a Mont Blanc Explorer kind of DNA. Or if you've never smelled that, a lot of these houses do have these counterparts to like their answer to Creed Aventus. Even Dior Sauvage is guilty of, I think, playing part in the Creed Aventus arms race. But anyway, you don't have to know any of that to know that this is certified. I like the Intense, not the regular one. The regular one is actually, I think, a little bit more mass appealing. But this one's more manly and it's more me. It's got me written all over it. I love it. Mancera is a niche house. They're not a designer house. They only make fragrances. They specialize in it. This is Paris. Mancera Paris. Okay. There's another company they own called Montal, another niche house. So I find that they are works of art. I have a few full bottles of Mancera, different ones, and nice magnetic cap on here, which I do like. We got their symbol on top. If it does show up, that would be nice. But beautiful juice. It's like this yellow, golden, beautiful juice. Yeah, Intense Cedrat Boisé. I'm glad I got it. I had a sample a long time ago. The sample intrigued me so much that I ended up getting the real one. And this is a winter banger, a fall banger. I wear it in the summer. My friend loves it, so it's just reinforcing me to keep wearing it. And yeah, definitely if you need something a little bit more on the manly side, but it's a juicy kind of fruit, citrus. There's a leather in this that makes it special to me. So it's like this smooth leather that kind of brings it all together. It gives you that masculine edge, balances out that fruity, juicy kind of black currant thing, smoky birchwood touch. And then as it dries down, like all of the Manceras that I've had experience with, it evolves as you're wearing it. So late dry down, you get this beautiful, sweet white musk that comes off your skin. And I really love just how this thing wears. Great longevity. I smell it off the cap. I never had to spray it. Like I still smell it from here. Okay, get it on like eBay or get it on a cheaper thing because you can spend. These go for 180 on the website. I've never spent 180 on one of these. Okay, might have spent 120 on this. Might have spent 115. I can't remember. A couple of them I got for like $65. One was like $80, and one was like 110 or 120. That was this one. So it's a work of art. You know, it's a niche house. All they do is make fragrance. They love what they're doing. A lot of selections from the house, and I have a few that I want to get from them. They definitely have wowed me a lot. So I've been wearing Mancera's Cedrat Base Intense. Very attracted to that fragrance. We'll go back to kind of like the vein of the blue fragrances. You could just get this fragrance and be good for the rest of your life. You don't need a collection. Versace Dylan Blue. Versace Dylan Blue, 200 ml. Got it for like $45 or something like that. It's a bat bottle. There's a lot of juice in here. Really love it. Alberto Morillas. A lot of things he touches just turn to gold. He's really one of the best perfumers. You have things from him probably. He made Acqua di Gio. He made a lot of these Versace fragrances, Versace Mano Fresh. He might have made Eros. I don't remember who made Eros, but yeah, he's a prolific beast of a just mass appealing. There's aquatic notes. There's an incense smokiness. It's got ambroxan, blue fragrance, shower gel. There's musk in here, grapefruit, like the blue fragrances have. So there's like almost like a semblance of Bleu de Chanel if you ever smell Bleu de Chanel. It's kind of in here, but done a little bit darker, a little bit smokier with the incense that they added to this. And I have another one on here that actually is another aquatic that uses incense. So it's like a smoky aquatic, but it's got a lot of depth. A little peppery. It's got a lot of depth. I think from the patchouli, there's like patchouli in this, but not in the sense that you might think of patchouli in that chocolatey, tough kind of way. Patchouli can be challenging and some people don't like it. It could smell like dirt. It could smell that. It's just a small touch in this that makes it dark. But this thing has like beautiful effect when you're wearing it. It's in the air. I smelled this on someone else and it made me get it. Okay, so one of the guys I was working with, I got him into fragrances, and shout out to Drew. I was working with him. He's in PT school now. He's doing great, but the guy's awesome. And he told me on his hunt he was gonna get Tom Ford's Oud Wood. And I don't know if I talked him out of it, but I gave him a sample of it because I had the sample and I wore it. And then he ended up getting this. This was the fragrance that he went with. He got this for himself or he got it for his birthday or something. I smelled it on him like a trail. And I was like, oh man, Versace Dylan Blue is no joke. It really is a beauty. So yeah, Versace Dylan Blue. If you can get it for like $40, this big 200 ml, you can wear it all day, every day. You can wear it to everything. It's excellent. So definitely don't sleep on Dylan Blue because this is halfway gone. I used over 100 ml of this, and that goes to show you something because that's a lot, right? That I haven't finished a bottle yet. My first bottle's probably going to be this 100 ml Hawass. it might be the first one I finish. In the 3 years, 4 years I've been into this, I haven't finished a bottle yet. I am saving the last three as my three like holy grails that I just. So I have like five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. I need to follow up the Dylan Blue with Acqua di Gio Profumo. Profumo is actually discontinued, and you can still find it, and you can find the Parfum, which is a reformulation of this. It's got a gradient to black, like clear to black, and it says Parfum on it, Acqua di Gio. I think the same perfumer made the one I just talked about and this one. Pretty sure it was Alberto Morillas. This is another like smoky aquatic, just linear incense aquatic. It's the Acqua di Gio kind of like touch, but done like darker. And I think this is pretty long lasting. I mean, I got a compliment 5 hours in for a freshie, like for a fresh fragrance to do that, especially like an aquatic. I don't know what it is about maybe the aroma chemicals that they use in these fresh fragrances. They're light. Maybe they burn off really quick and then they're gone. Whatever they did here, this one's holding up for me. And it seems to be better and better. I'm about halfway down, a little bit less than halfway. And it's a masterpiece, but this will run you for money. You know, it's discontinued. I might have spent $140 on this at some point last year, over a year ago maybe. Definitely like it. I've had my qualms with the house because they keep releasing the same DNA over and over again, slightly changed at premium prices. And it's like, you can go a little bit wider. You could do a little bit more with this DNA. But I think over time, they'll start getting into something a little bit more competitive, a little bit less safe. Because everything they're releasing is like super safe, which is fine. They're making a lot of money. Giorgio Armani's killing it for years and years and years, right? He's got the Stronger With You line, the Privé stuff, the clothing lines. I'm probably missing a million other things. Armani Code, you had like the Armani stores, whatever. All right, fashion, designer. This is a designer house. So they make a lot of different products, but they also commission obvious masters in the craft to make their stuff. So yeah, Acqua di Gio Profumo. Smoky aquatic, lasts a decent time, safe for every single environment. Now we're going to go into one last designer and then three niche fragrances. This designer is YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Okay, it comes up almost every day when I'm talking to people. They come over, I have my friends over, they stop on this one all the time. They stop on this one. This is like the perfect, like sexy nighttime fragrance, like perfect date night fragrance. It's like cardamom, soft. It might be lavender in it, like very, very light touch of lavender. You can spray like your bed with this. You can spray a room with it. You could spray whatever. You could spray a car with it. You could have like, I had to get the big bottle though because it is a bit weak, okay? In that it doesn't do crazy things for hours and hours. But that's not what I even need this for, right? I will wear this to work sometimes, and some people say, oh, that was my favorite one you ever wore when I wear this. So, you know, it's interesting how this designer, La Nuit de l'Homme, from YSL has a lot of bangers, though. It's got the Y line. It's got Myself, which is a very nice mass appealing scent. I know people hating on it. It's got the YSL Y Elixir that just came out, which is overpriced, but still it smells friggin' banging. Yeah, YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. It's almost like I'm speechless about this. Very high quality. Delicate. It's smooth. It's sexy. It's just right. I feel like any person can have this. Like a guy, a girl, married, old, young, whatever. Anything in between and all over the place. This thing does it. Okay, it's sexy. It's not too masculine. Anyone could wear it. But I just can't imagine. I can never even, my imagination could never create. I've never smelled anything like this. There's nothing that it smells like. It's beautiful, fresh, kind of Linen's kind of clean, but also sexy and dark, and just like cardamom is one of my favorite notes too, and it's definitely cardamom. Cardamom's in here for sure. Like that's the signature. I think cardamom and lavender. It's like the signature thing that's going on, and not too crazy long lasting, but distinct. If I smell this on someone, which I have smelled this on people, I know right away because it's so unique and it's so itself. Anyway, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it. Okay? YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. You want to be sexy and a little bit different? Grab that. Everyone will thank you. This one is a little bit different. This is like meditation in a bottle. This is like one of the most beautiful tea fragrances that I've ever got my hands on. It's Nishane's Oolong Cha. I think my gecko is saying hi. He's right there. He's actually just hanging on to the wall. So Nishane's Oolong Cha. It's expensive. All right, I got the big bottle because I knew it was kind of like not the strongest fragrance. It's very simple in like what it's made out of. Like at the bottom of it, fig kind of holds it together with a delicate sweetness. There's like green elements to it, like vegetal kind of elements to it, like a herbal kind of tea, the oolong tea that's in it. You get some of that too, especially as it dries down. And you got these citruses done really well on the top. So it's a bright, uplifting kind of mood of a fragrance. And this is Turkish perfumery, a niche house, Nishane, right? Oolong Cha. It's something that I'm glad to have. Really nice atomizer. When you first spray it, it's very like citrusy, natural smelling, kind of like a tea. Comes in later. That fig leaf is delicately sweet, and it wraps it up with this kind of green herbal aromatic kind of approach. It's definitely unisex, perfectly unisex. Okay, it's another one like La Nuit de l'Homme, where you could spray like your bed, your room. You could meditate to this. Like if you had like a yoga session or something, and you just sprayed this around the room, I feel like you'd fucking fly away. All right, it's beautiful. If you like those tea shops or you're into tea and you like those smells and you want to wear that smell, this is it's up there. I really enjoyed this. I don't wear it to work and stuff, but it's one of my nighttime fragrances, right? And if I go on a date or something with a fiance, or if I do anything like sensual or intimate or hanging out leisurely, it's just good for a lot of things. You could wear it to work, but I have other things that I like to wear to work. Blue fragrances, fresh fragrances, stuff that makes me smell clean. All right, but this is a beautiful work of art of a bottle. Heavy cap, pretty dependable to pick up. Interesting design on this. This little horse guy on the inside. Yep. Nishane's Oolong Cha. Did I enjoy this one? I love it. It's just expensive, so sample this before you buy it or anything. And you might come away from it a little bit mad about how it performs, because it's more of like a delicate aura that kind of hangs around you. It's not really like a projecting fragrance like the next one I'm going to show you. This is one of my favorites of all time, okay? This is like, if I smell this on you, I don't know what might happen. This is Lamar by Kajal, okay? I had never heard of this house before. And then all of a sudden, I end up with the sample in my lap out of curiosity. So happy that I did that, because this is one of my favorite things. It's so me. So it is like mass appealing, right? It is a little bit feminine. It's unisex. But if you ever smell Baccarat Rouge 540, it's sweet like that, but better. There's pineapple in this. That's very prominent. beautiful pineapple. But there's these like Turkish rose and florals in the mids. It's just sweet, intoxicating, alluring, sexy, vibrant, and it also looks like the Lament configuration from Hellraiser. So, will Cenobites come and capture me and lure me into a world of eternal pain and suffering or hidden pleasures? You know, maybe. Maybe that's what I deserve for finding such a beautiful thing like this, because holy smokes, okay? It's as beautiful as it looks. It's unbelievable, okay? So ornate. Beautiful bottle if you have it on your shelf. It's just a work of art. I love it so much. It smells unbelievable. A little bit feminine. You need to be pretty confident to rock this. You and your fiance, girlfriend, lover, spouse, friend, you and your dude who are just gonna go out and like hang out, both can spray it on yourselves and go. Sweet, sugary, but not in like a super feminine or any kind of way. The florals come through in the mid and just carry this thing all the way, and I love it. It's so good. I don't know if there's vanilla in it too or something sweet that's holding it down, but something just keeping this thing together, and it absolutely bangs. This is a banger. I love it. It's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. When I make the these are my favorite fragrances of all time video, this is gonna be in it. I need like another year of acquiring them though, because I'm just breaking ground into niche houses recently, because I'm tired of getting just random budget bottles. I have so many bottles everywhere, and then there's a lot of stuff I'm not wearing, and I just don't wear it. And here's another masterpiece to follow that up, and this is the final one. This is a masterpiece. I love it so much. This is Parfums de Marly's Darly. Okay, Darly is magical. I did a whole going deep on this in my lavender video. A couple of these actually made it onto that lavender video, but there's lavender in this. It's a soapy, sweet, kind of like Lamel, Reflection Man. People talk about those. It's close to those. It's in the same direction, but it's not even remotely the same in what it actually is. There's like this sandalwood and gaiac wood in the bottom, and as it dries down, it turns into that woody kind of dry woods. In the beginning, you're gonna get this sweet, high quality barbershop kind of DNA. That's like the perfect take on a barbershop DNA from my perspective. Like, that's what I want from it. It's a modernized version of the barbershop DNA. So it has everything in it that I love. It's got like almost like a soapy shaving cream, like high quality, you just walked out, fresh haircut kind of smell, like beautiful, not in the astringent way or the Barbasol way, like none of that. Not a real barbershop fragrance, but this is sick. Darly is awesome. I spray a lot usually when I wear it, but it just, you can't go wrong with it. It's so nice. The problem is it's going to be expensive, and if you're not a veteran with fragrances, you don't have a bunch of them or something, I mean, you could just get this. You could just have this. This could do work, special occasions, non-special occasions, leisure, nighttime, daytime, whatever the hell. This thing could do it all. If you want something high-end or you want to get a gift for a man, it's hard to go wrong with this. The only catch is it's got a little bit of sweetness to it. So if guys like really are uncomfortable smelling sweet at all, it does have some sweetness in it. Not a vanilla kind of sweetness, like a shaving cream kind of whipped kind of shaving cream. Fresh, aromatic. White florals. Maybe even like a sugary touch. Sick. Absolutely. Parfums de Marly Darly. Absolutely sick. I think I got this for $189. So it's expensive, right? So is the last three that I showed you. They're all expensive. They're all over $100. But I keep stumbling on masterpiece after masterpiece. I'm like the luckiest person because I listen to good suggestions. I sample a lot. I'm just into it. And hopefully, what I showed you today, you guys got the touch of kind of what I've been doing, what I'm wearing, what I'm suggesting. Pretty wide array of fragrances here, from cheap to like niche, expensive stuff. Stuff that's in my top 10 forevers, like Darley, Kajals, Lamar, top 10 forever. Cedrop Boise Intense, top 10 forever. So far, Hawass, top 10 forever. Isn't that crazy? Middle Eastern house, not a niche house. Maybe they're niche now to me. Hawass Ice, top 10 forever. Till I get my hands on the original Visionary, top 10 forever. YSL Loam, La Nuit de Loam, top 10 forever. Just those that I just showed you. Out of this whole, it's got me beside myself. All right. Happy 1 month to all the people who've been egging me on. And if you're new, thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. I'm going to keep this thing going. It's like 11 o'clock at night right now, and I've had a long day, but I really am stoked to show you guys some of this stuff. So, that being said, till tomorrow.